Hello, Purple Rosa here, and I'm continuing on in Western Skyrim with the main quest. I am at the coastal camp here, and I have to meet Fennorian. He's just over there, because we are investigating the Grey Host camps to learn more about the Ice Reach Coven and their netherroot brew, which helps them make the harrow storms. And we rescued Fennorian, who got captured by the Grey Host, one of the exarchs, one of the vampire exarchs that we killed. And yeah, we rescued Fennorian, and we learnt that they've perfected the harrow storms and they're going to make a stronger and bigger one, which might affect Solitude. So yeah, we have to explore their camps to get some more netherroot so that Fennorian can make a enchantment that protects us against harrow storms. So I have to meet Fennorian at this camp, Lyris at another one, and Princess Zavala is in one at Blackreach, so yeah. Here's Fennorian. Looks like he's ready for battle.
Lyris was right. This camp is crawling with the Ice Reach Coven. And they're definitely producing the medallions here. I was even able to slip away with one. We need to get closer, though.
Ah, that's good. Closer.
There's more to figuring out this magic than just watching from afar. I need to know exactly how they go about creating them. With your help, we can learn everything about that here in this camp.
What's so special about this camp?
It's a landing site for the boats coming from the island of Ice Reach. Plus, they're collecting something here that goes into the process of creating the medallions. If you can get me to the center of the camp, I can learn what that is.
I'll help you reach the center of the camp then.
Determining how they create these medallions will be an enormous help. The Grey Host has accelerated their plans. They need more medallions for a reason. A big harrow storm is coming. We need to be ready.
That we do. Why do you think we can learn more at the center of the camp?
Because the Grey Host is guarding something down there. I couldn't get close, but it appeared that they built the camp to surround something. Plus, I heard a few of the witches talking. Complaining, really, about needing to prepare more medallions.
Tell me more about the Grey Host.
In the First Era, an army of vampires and werewolves tried to conquer the land before they were stopped in Bankarai. They called themselves the Grey Host. It seems this Rada al-Saran has resurrected the army, both figuratively and literally.
Yeah, we briefly saw Rada al-Saran in Blackreach before, where Fennorian was being tortured. So yeah, he must be the leader, the patron. So yeah, investigate the camp. Let's go, Fennorian. So then, protecting this place and digging it up. Because they need something to make the medallions. Interesting. So, have to just investigate.
The hour of our triumph draws near.
Corpses? What do they have to do with the medallions? Let's examine the nearby graveyard.
Oh, it's a graveyard.
We will need more corpses.
What do they need corpses for?
Examine the headstones. Let's determine what's so special about the exhumed bodies.
Yeah. Here lies Brokel. Beloved son, herder, died in his sleep, old as Skyrim.
Soon all our efforts will be rewarded.
What does Old Skyrim mean?
The graveyard. The Ice Reach Coven certainly enjoy defiling graves. They exhumed some of the bodies buried here, but not all of them. The ones they dug up must be important to the creation of the medallions. We need to learn why.
How do we determine why some bodies were exhumed and not others?
Obviously, the bodies are already gone. All that remains are the headstones. Maybe they'll provide a clue as to why those particular corpses were exhumed. And maybe that will tell me something about the process used to create the medallions.
Okay. Here lies Uthbert, son of Ryle Chief Killer, and old as the hills. A warrior born, he passed on the privy with a heaping of scorn. Okay. Unknown, traveling merchant, run through by bandits, the daughter of Skyrim, thought old and wise. Lecca the Corpulent, old as the Hiss, the mother of Murkmire, scholar of our ways, she died of heartbreak. Beneath this stone lies Harlock the Bastard, a tired old wastrel and brother of yore, a layabout in life who froze in a blizzard.
Finished? Have you come to any conclusions?
Not really.
Well, we've both been over the headstones with a fine-toothed comb. If we can determine why the Coven dug up these particular bodies, it will tell us something about how the medallions were enchanted.
Let's discuss what we found on the headstones.
Of course. Compare notes and look for commonalities. You have the makings of a fine scholar, my friend. Now, let's see. I noticed there were a mix of different races buried here. They weren't all Nords. Anything strike you about the departed?
They all shared something in common when they were alive. They all shared something in common when they died. Maybe when they died? I don't know.
They did. Tell me more.
They were all buried in this graveyard. They were all old when they died. I think they were all old.
Of course. Why didn't I see that? The headstones on the exhumed graves all mentioned that the person was old when they died. Let me think. Some necrotic spells require the remains of the elderly. Something to do with the natural decay of life.
The natural decay of life?
According to one necromantic theory, the older a living thing becomes, the more necrotic energy it naturally acquires. As a body grows old and withers, the life inside it decays. Necrotic energy is the byproduct of this deterioration.
Oh, that's interesting. Never even thought that could be possible. Does that tell you enough to figure out how to create the medallions?
I now know enough about how they create the medallions to move my research along. I'll return to the Blue Palace and start putting an elixir together.
What else do you need me to do?
To fully craft an elixir to defend against the Harrow storms, I still require a sample of refined netherroot brew. Plus, we need to determine what the Grey Host has planned. Help Lyris and Svanna at the other camps. Then meet me at the Blue Palace.
Will do. Well, yeah. Learn a lot there. But yeah, what he said about the old.
I now know enough about how they create the medallions to move my research along. I'll return to the Blue Palace and start putting an elixir together.
Okay, I guess we'll go to the Midland camp and help Lyris. So yeah, what Fen was saying about The older you get, the more necrotic energy you acquire. It does make sense. Because you do eventually die. Wonder what we'll learn with Lyris at this camp. So, where could she be?
Just arrived. Don't worry, I found something to keep me occupied.
Cool. And where are you? Ah, up here. Ah, I see. You were killing a werewolf. That would keep you occupied.
A bold move setting up camp in the midst of the Western holds. I'll say this for the Grey Host. They aren't afraid to draw attention to themselves. I learned a few things while I was waiting for you to show up.
Tell me what you found out.
It's just as we thought. The Grey Host is using this camp as a supply depot for their raids across the countryside. I saw stacks of witch pikes, rows of reliquaries, and jars of what I assume is the refined netherroot brew.
Fen needs the refined netherroot brew for his elixir.
Right. And I heard the camp leader, a nasty creature named Sableye, tell his troops to make sure to use the new supply that just arrived from Blackreach. Let's go grab a jar or two.
Let's go and destroy those we don't grab. Okay, so netherroot brews here. Let's go grab some. Nothing in this one.
No jars in this cart. Let's try another one. Let's be quick. They loaded the jars of netherroot brew onto a cart for transport. Unfortunately, I lost track of which cart when things in the camp became hectic. We'll need to check them all.
Okay. Looks like there's some in this one.
Not this cart either. I hope we didn't miss it.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe this one. There's gotta be some.
Stop them, my packmates. I'll get this brew to the witches.
No.
Sableye has the brew. Let's find him before he gets away.
Where did he go? Who cares about the other ones? Sableye went up that way. Quick, let's catch up to him. I guess the bears don't like werewolves? Maybe? Where is he? Ah, here.
You know what the Grey Host does with spies? We eat them.
Do you know what we spies do to the Grey Hosts? We kill them.
You got a jar of the refined brew? Let's talk over here.
Let's. Away from the bear. Is a random elk on a rock.
Luck was with us. If we had reached this camp even a few moments later, Sableye would have gotten away with the netherroot brew.
This looks like the jar of refined brew we found in Zingalis's laboratory.
After all this trouble, Fen better be able to use it to make his elixir. I'll take the jar of refined netherroot brew to Solitude. We'll meet up in Svanna's chambers when everyone gets back from their missions. I hope they're all right.
You seem to have grown rather fond of Fennorian and Savannah.
Fen has proven himself, especially after what happened in Blackreach. House Ravenwatch, they're unusual as far as bloodsuckers go. As for Svanna, she's braver than I originally thought. Anyway, meet me in Solitude after you finish up.
What else do you need me to do?
In addition to the refined netherroot brew, Fen needs information on the Ice Reach Coven medallions. Plus, we're hoping to learn more about the big storm the Grey Host has planned. Help Fen and Svanna at the other camps, then meet me in Solitude.
We learn more about the medallions at the coastal camp. Fennorian's on his way back to the Blue Palace.
Glad to hear that worked out. With any luck, Fen will produce a working elixir in short order. Then we can stop worrying about the Harrow storms and concentrate on defeating the Grey Host. Which reminds me, go to the Blackreach camp and aid Svanna.
Will do. Yeah, we're on track. We got some netherroot brew. We learnt with Fennorian at the camp down here about how they are making the protective medallions, and hopefully we can replicate it on a bigger scale to protect Solitude from this big Harrow storm that's coming. And I guess now we have to go to Blackreach, where Svanna is, down here, to find out about this Harrow storm or something. But continue this on in the next one. Thank you for watching.